A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 104. I seek but what belongs to me in truth.
Lesson 104 means that you are only looking for what is already truly yours. Peace, love, and happiness belong to you because God gave them to you. You do not need to search for them in toys, prizes, or other people. When you look inside your heart instead of outside, you remember what is already there. This lesson teaches you that what truly belongs to you can never be lost, and you can always find it again by choosing love.
Today's ideas remind us that joy and peace are not just pretend or make-believe. They are real, and we can feel them in our lives.
Sometimes we think Jesus' words about peace and joy sound nice, but do not really work. The truth is, they do work, but only if we truly want them to. Deep down, we may still want to feel like a victim and blame others, instead of choosing the peace Jesus offers.
Peace and joy belong to you because of who you really are. God wants you to have them, and God never fails to give His gifts. But your mind needs to be ready to receive them. If your mind is full of other things you made up, there is no room for God's gifts.
God always loves us, but we cannot remember we are His beloved child while we still hold on to the things we made up instead. This lesson reminds us that it is our choice. To feel God's love and know what is really true, we first have to let go of what we thought was true. The Course helps us see we once chose against God, but we can choose again. We can choose Jesus as our teacher, and His love will help us remember who we truly are, God's holy child.
Today we will take away all the things we made up and put on the holy altar where only God's true gifts belong.
Jesus wants to give us God's gifts of love, but first we need to give Him the things we made, like guilt, shame, and the idea that we are special in a way that separates us from others. Jesus cannot take them from us. We have to choose to give them to Him. That is what forgiveness really means. Working with Jesus to let go of the hurt and pain we are holding. When we do, He gives us peace, joy, and love instead. All we need to do is open our hands and our hearts and give everything to Him. Then we are ready to receive the true gifts of God.
His gifts are truly ours. We were given them before time began, and they will still belong to us forever, even after time is gone.
These are the gifts we have as Christ: love, true freedom, the power to create, and life that lasts forever.
His gifts are already inside us because they are timeless.
Jesus is the quiet voice in our mind that reminds us the truth is still there, even if we try to forget it. Our ego has no power over God's gifts, which stay safe and strong in His kingdom.
We do not have to wait for these gifts. They already belong to us today.
Some people think we must suffer now to earn God's love later, but A Course in Miracles teaches that salvation is now. We do not have to wait. God's gifts are already here. We just need to accept them today.
So we choose to have God's gifts now. When we choose them instead of the things we made up, we are saying yes to what God wants for us. We see that God's will and our will are the same.
Jesus reminds us that it is our mind that chooses. God's gifts do not help us unless we choose them. A Course in Miracles helps us say no to fear and yes to love. Sometimes we are afraid of love because we want to be separate, but once we see that fear, we can change our mind and choose again, this time with God.
Our longer practice periods today, the hourly 5 minutes, should begin with this: I seek but what belongs to me in truth, and joy and peace are my inheritance. Then let go of all the things the world offers that are not real. They may look like gifts, but they are only part of a dream.
Jesus does not take away our problems for us. We have to choose to let them go. That means noticing when we feel upset or guilty and choosing something better. The world offers false gifts, but we can choose the true gifts of joy and peace instead. They are already ours and waiting for us.
We let go of all the things that are not real and instead look for what truly belongs to us. We ask to recognize the gifts God has already given us.
The only way to truly ask for God's love is to be willing to let go of the specialness we put in its place. Just saying we want peace is not enough. We have to mean it. If we really want to feel Jesus' love, we must choose to let go of the things that block it. Even if we are not ready yet, being honest about that helps us feel less guilty. And when there is no guilt, our minds are open for Jesus to come in and help.
We make a quiet, holy altar in our minds for God, where His gifts of peace and joy are welcome. We go there to find the gifts God has already given us.
The altar is our mind. It can choose to follow the ego and feel hurt, or follow Jesus and shine with God's love. Jesus asks us to bring Him all the guilt and fear in our minds, so His love can clear it away. Then our minds become bright and full of joy, just like they were meant to be.
Today, we come with confidence, knowing that what is truly ours is what God gives. We do not wish anything else, because nothing else is truly ours.
Jesus reminds us again that to have God's gifts and feel His love, we must let go of everything else we have wanted, like fear, pain, and being special in a way that separates us. We cannot hold on to those things and have love at the same time. At the end, Jesus repeats this message again and again, so we do not forget it.
Today, we make room for God by remembering that His will is already done. Joy and peace are His gifts to us forever. We will not forget them because we know where to find them, in the place God has put them inside us.
We can forget God's gifts when we are drawn to being special in a way that separates us, but we also have the power to clear those thoughts from our minds. Today, we focus on practicing this so we can come closer to choosing peace and joy for good.
We will try to remember this as often as we can. I seek but what belongs to me in truth. God's gift of joy and peace are all I want.
When we feel upset during the day, we should not blame ourselves or anyone else. Instead, we can remember, I feel this way because I forgot who I really am. The ego promised happiness, but it did not bring it. Now we see the truth. Real joy and peace come from choosing God's love, not from trying to be separate, and we can be glad to choose again.
I seek but what belongs to me in truth. I seek but what belongs to me in truth. I seek but what belongs to me in truth.